Hey baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing a pick a card reading. This one's going to be all about your July predictions, what's going on for July, what's the vibe, what you can look out for. We're just going to see what comes forward for July, obviously. So if this is your first time to my channel, hi. Hello, how are you? It's really wonderful that you're here, and thank you for stopping by. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what's up? How are you? It's so good to have you. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to spend a little time with me. Now, as you can tell, your auntie is highly medicated. All right, because I have some autoimmune issues, and the green stuff is how I treat it. Okay, it's one of the ways. So it makes me a little weird, awkward, clumsy sometimes. And with that, sometimes I slur my words or I act weird while I'm channeling or whatever. So, you know, if that bothers you and you're wondering what's going on, that's what's going on. Okay. All right. So as you see before you, there are 3 cards. All right, these are going to be your psychic linking objects. I will be pulling as I go today, and I will be inserting a video for those of you guys who need a bit more time to see which one you're drawn to. Okay, I've always wondered if you guys want to hear you can't hear the real music that I'm playing behind the video, okay, because it's copyrighted. But do you want to know what the real music is I'm playing on these little short videos I do for you guys who need more time to see which card you're drawn to? If you have an opinion and you're still watching, drop me your opinion down below. I would love to know. I'm curious, all right? Okay, and with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.
I move on each and every day. The past is where it stays. Way back a year ago, I've changed for the better this time. I thought I would never be fine. I strive just to say I'm alright.
Hey group 1, all of you that selected the Hermit, this is going to be your reading all about your July predictions. What's the vibe in July? All right, so keep in mind this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so you have the Hermit. Now in this deck, which I think is called the Beauty Horror Tarot deck, this is the only fully human character. Also is a serial killer. And this hermit built their little stairs all by themselves, and yeah, they're a serial killer and has a whole lore with them as well. So, but still has that lantern. But this card can be about being divorced kind of from ideas that society places upon you as far as love goes. You may be kind of over love, or there may be something going on in the realm of love for July for you. But it feels almost like a kind of independence born out of like frustration as well. And I also feel you're following like your own intuition, your own internal guidance. So let's get some more energy here, okay? Tell me more about July for my group 1, my Hermit. You're very fierce, okay? And it feels like this is a rabbit. Is that a rabbit mask? I think it is a bunny mask, rabbit mask. You know, rabbits are very fertile. Which to me, I feel like there's like creative energy here in July. You may be a creative, and I may be picking up on that. You're a creative person. There may be like Pisces. I have been picking up on so much Pisces here lately. There may be Pisces. We may have some Taurus. You may be a Libra with like repressed, because a lot of Libras have like repressed creative energy. Aquarius, I'm feeling you. I'm feeling Sagittarius for sure. And some Leo. Okay. We have offering my gifts. Speaking of the creative element I was feeling. Okay, offering your gifts. Give me more information on this. Look at this. I see a face, don't you? I see a couple of faces. Here's an eye, and there's a smile. Here's one. Here's two. Here's an eye. Here's an eye. Here's a crown. I'm seeing the crown. Wow. I feel a tremendous amount of energy around you with divine inspiration from your guides, from your ancestors coming through. You guys really, really need to listen. Like, really need to listen to what's being offered to you in July. You need to listen to your intuition. You need to listen to what people say. You need to do more listening than talking in July. Because I feel like for some of you, your ancestors may actually come through, check out my mic, your ancestors may actually come through another person with a message, okay? It may be in a book, it could be in a movie, it could be done very casually. So it's I'm seeing bumblebees, I'm seeing bees, and I'm seeing pineapple. And there's something about the color orange. We have loving the self on all levels. I was going to say loving thyself. Some of you guys, I'm feeling Elizabethan era here. There's something about the Elizabethan era, and that's, do you see this? This reminds me of Elizabethan era for some reason, and I didn't see that when I said it. It just kind of came out. There's something about Queen Elizabeth. We have shielding, protecting, grounding. This feels like there's angelic protection for many of you. Like higher frequency protections coming through in July. You need to listen more. I keep getting that. Like, you need to listen more. Some of you can't hear your psychic voice as clearly as you could because you're not as well grounded, okay? For some of you guys, there's something about food here. Food is medicine, okay? And we have to start thinking of it that way. And I know money is tight for many people, but I feel like we're called to feed ourselves as well as we can, okay? I'm feeling a lot of independent energy here. Listen, I get this. Some of this independence is born out of trauma, though. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when you've been traumatized and all you've had is yourself, and people around you fail you all the time, you know, especially young, you learn this kind of independence that almost becomes toxic because you are never able to really open up and connect. You're never really able to be completely who you are, right? You know, the thing about this hermit that's a serial killer is at the heart of all the killing, right, is rage. And I think in July, that may be a question that comes up for you. That perhaps the reason why you have some issues with people, with loving yourself, with being open or vulnerable or whatever, the heart of this has to do with some kind of rage born from the fact that people around you did not support you. Many of them probably failed you miserably at very important points in your life. And it feels like in July, it's almost like your ticket out of the personal hell that you may be in right now is is this. This is the key, okay? This is what's going to light your lantern and let you ascend out of this place, okay? Is being willing to like look at your anger and how that anger may be blocking you from having, you know, some helpful conversations. What's on the bottom of the deck? Questioning the darkest thoughts. I'm just going to put that there. I'm just going to put it there. Questioning the darkest thoughts. I'm sorry if I'm making swallowing noises, but I have to swallow. Okay. So, all right. Questioning the darkest thoughts. Questioning the darkest thoughts. I feel like there may be a lot of intense energy for you, Group 1, in July. Okay. We have, I'm not going to try to say their name right now. Okay. Education is a powerful weapon in the right hands. How can you use what you know to accomplish your goals? And this is his sigil. All right. I feel like it's Simonese, but I could be wrong. Probably am. So I feel like this question is coming in to ask you about the knowledge of self and this anger. I feel like there's like some kind of clarity coming about why you are blocking yourself from being able to fully express your gifts in the world. Okay? Why you have kept yourself in this kind of hellish state in your life. Because the talent's there. The gift is there. Okay? It's almost like, you know, we're not arguing that the hermit is talented. The serial killer is smart. No one's ever, I don't know if there's ever been a dumb serial killer. I mean, they're dumb, I guess you could say, I don't want to use the word dumb. They're unintelligent emotionally, I guess you would say. But in other ways, they're like, a lot of them are super intelligent, especially the ones that have never been caught, or, you know, it took 30 years to catch them, those kind of things, you know. So there's definitely something going on with a lot of them. They have something. Okay, you have something. It's not that though. You're not a serial killer. Okay, so I hope not. If you are, you know, we need to call 911 and turn yourself in. Okay, yeah, do that right away. All right. Okay. On to other things. All right. I feel like there is an elevation coming for you. Okay. But it's going to take you being willing to ask yourself some difficult questions about how you block yourself. And a lot of people get real defensive here. Okay. Some people have already left the building on me from saying some of the things I've already said. But those of you who are still here, hi, I appreciate you guys being here. Please subscribe if you haven't, okay? You know, this is where success begins, okay? This really is where you are in the pit, so to speak, and, you know, the dark God shows you the mirror of self, okay? And the mirror of self is full of shit. Don't get me wrong. It is shitty. It's a shitty, shitty mirror, okay? Because you're going to see how you are your biggest issue. And a lot of times those issues go back to like trauma, okay? They go back to some difficult things. But those difficult things have created in you toxic behaviors, okay? Now, at the time you created them, those toxic behaviors helped you survive, okay? But now, those toxic behaviors are no longer needed for survival. And that's why they're in the mirror, And that's why they become so toxic. When you created them before, they probably weren't toxic. They were a coping mechanism. But now they are something that needs to be reviewed. It's up for review, okay? And usually there's some issues with why we're clinging to those. Sometimes they've morphed into behaviors with people that are very not healthy. Sometimes behaviors, we've justified some of our toxic behavior because of this. And it can get really deep, and you should really seek professional help if you need it, okay? Because it gets dark. It does. The mirror of self is full of shit, okay? And anyone who tells you different more than likely is wrong, okay? They may call it a different thing. They may say, it's full of rotting fish or blood or whatever, or vomit. It's the same thing, though. The mirror of self in the pit is full of shit, okay? It's meant to be that way. Because if you've stayed this long, then you're after something deeper. You're after a more intense and a richer experience of life. The ones who have left, they're going to stay where they are because they're not able to face the mirror of shit, the carnage, the gristle and the bone of it, the truth of self. Yeah, there's the other side of the mirror where you get to see all the good and beautiful and My Little Pony things, and it's beautiful. And I do readings like that, okay? I do. But there's the other side, and that's the gristle and bone of it. And understand that they balance each other. Too much of the love and light and joy and happiness, too much of that can become very toxic. It can become its own kind of hell. And then the flip side of too much carnage, well, I guess you can kind of see that in the world. So both is required. And I feel like in July, there's some very deep questions for my group 1. And I feel like you are at a place in your life that you're going to have the courage and bravery to begin the journey of answering those questions. Some of you guys are already there, and you're like, I see the mirror of shit, Amy. It's shitty shit. It is. It's, and I feel like people who are like, oh yeah, I've been in the mirror of self, and it was great, I'm just like, I don't think that's the mirror, honey. I think you've only seen one side, or you haven't had a complete experience of the mirror of self, because it's got 2 sides, bitch. For real. All right. Tell me more about my group 1 for July. It's going to be intense, okay? Listen, I'm going to tell you what I get, okay? We have the Tower. All right. It's going to be intense. We talked about it being intense, okay? It's going to be intense for you. All right, tell me about this Tower. Tell me about this. I'm hearing I was pushed out. That's what I'm hearing. I was pushed out. Then we have the 7 of Wands. He's got 1 foot in the grave right there. He's coming out of the grave. That's what I'm hearing. We have the 9 of Wands. I was pushed out. You pushed down, pushed out. But you're going to survive, okay? You're going to be okay. We have the Page of Wands, okay? We have the Knight. Lots of wands here, you guys. Woo, this is explosive, okay? This is an explosive tower. And I'm honestly not surprised. Deep questions lead to explosive towers, because the awareness of self does this. In order to walk up that stairs, an explosive moment is required, and a radical changing foundation is laid, because I feel like there is this energy that I'm feeling here, and I'm seeing it visually, of like a foundation being laid, but it will change. Like I'm seeing these foundations, like small foundations linked together, okay, like links, okay, in a chain, and they circle around, okay, like in a clock, okay, all right, and I see those foundations inside of a clock, like ticking, like changeable foundations being laid. So I feel like there is a moment for you guys in July that is going to bring an awareness with this Page of Wands here. It's going to bring an awareness that I feel like it will inspire, but, you know, this feels different than inspiration. It almost feels like seeing something you haven't seen before and knowing. Like being surprised. You can see the energy behind this Page of Wands. See that energy there? It feels like almost shocking surprise, like you can't believe you didn't see this before, or something, okay? And it leads to this awareness that helps you get out of this personal hell. It helps you get out of the grave. It helps you rise, okay? It helps you see something that you haven't seen before, perhaps a way out of a situation you're in, a way out of the tower when it falls. I really want to know about the tower. They're telling me to pull this card. Okay, we have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so for those of you who have been sweating it since I drew this tower, it's a new beginning, okay? So relax. I know it's hard when you pull a tower and you've had all this heavy energy for group one, but relax, okay? It's a new beginning. Where one door closes, another opens. And I know it's hard, okay? I know it is. But we live in very changeable energy right now. And that's not going to change anytime soon. It's just not. So we all need to kind of understand that. You know, if you work in magic, then probably the change isn't that big a deal anymore. Because if you work in magic and you've been doing it a while, you're used to things changing. Right? This one just feels explosive, okay? And I do feel like this change is going to be very grounding. And it feels material. It feels like there may be money. This may be in your career. Tell me more. We have the King of Wands here. Okay. Tell me more. We have the Moon. Okay. So I feel like the Tower may have something to do with a manipulative masculine energy who may appear to be very charismatic. People may like them. They may be very attractive, okay? There's some kind of illusion being revealed around this king, okay? They could be a father or grandfather. They don't have to be a male necessarily, but it's masculine energy that I'm reading. This person may tell a lot of jokes. They may be a jokester. I feel like there's an element here of like a know-it-all, and someone who may be conservative as well. They don't have to be. But there is something hidden about this energy that's going to be revealed and cause this Tower. Now, if that resonates for you, then it resonates. For some of you guys, this is at work, okay? It could be family, all right? But it feels, and some of you guys probably are like, I knew it. You may have a feeling about this with the Moon here. You may be, have felt this with your own psychic ability. You may have information that needs to be expressed as well. And I feel like some of you guys need to, love yourself, embrace yourself, ground your energy, clear your energy in July, and really lean into your own, the guidance you receive, okay? I feel like whatever happens here is really going to help you kind of move forward, the advice really is to persevere. Okay? To rise again. Because you are strong. You're a very strong person. And I know you're like, I don't want to rise again. Well, you know what? You are the wounded warrior. Okay? I get that. I get sick of it too. I don't, people say you're so strong, right? I said it to you, right? And, being strong kind of sucks because it means you've probably been through a lot. You don't get super strong by easy. You get super strong by playing life on the extra hard advanced level of the game. And it takes a toll. It does. Being in pain for long periods of time, be it emotional, physical, spiritual, whatever, mental, it takes a toll on you, right? Going through intense situations, like some people have one their whole lifetime, and you have like 15. That takes a toll on you. It changes you. Yes, you become strong. You become a prize champion fighter, but there is some things that happen to you. And I feel like for you guys, there is some energy with the Knight of Wands here and the King of Wands, reading it in a different way, and the Page of Wands. I feel like you guys need to find some joy in July, especially dealing with the intense energy. Like, it's very important that you ground, you get outside. I know it's hot in a lot of places. If it's too hot, don't go outside, okay? Go listen to some birds on the YouTubes. Go try to connect with nature in other ways. Go take not a hot shower, go take a cold shower. Do what you can. Go talk to your plants. Go play with your cat, whatever you need to do, okay? Some of you guys need to have some fun. You need to return to hobbies you've left, okay? Do some reading, do some knitting, whatever it is. Play some video games. People say video games are bad. It's a good hobby. It relieves stress. You guys need to relieve more of your stress, okay? You need to take some downtime, and, I feel like group 1 needs to take better care of themselves overall, okay? Like, you're eating and resting, and you probably need to drink your water, and some of you guys need to get on the vitamin trail. I'm just saying, okay? I know, I hate that when people say, yeah, I'm just saying, but I am. I am. Because I'm concerned about you. Your auntie cares, okay? And listen, somebody's asking about fried chicken. I'm not going to give up fried chicken. It's okay. It's all right. I'm not asking you to give up everything, okay? Life is about enjoyment. But where you can modify. That's all right? Okay, group 1, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading for July. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 2, all of you that selected the Hierophant. This is going to be your reading all about your July predictions. What is the energy going to be for July for you? All right, so keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right, so I'm making sure my mic's okay. All right, okay, so this Hierophant is particular to this deck. So this is a Hierophant that's kind of drunk on power, okay? Also, I would say this is this may be a Hierophant that is affiliated with hidden mysteries and secret knowledge as well. His priests are skeletons. So there's an element here of being drunk on power or corruption. There's also the traditional elements of the Hierophant as well. So let's just kind of get into it and get some cards for you and see what comes out for the month of July. Let's get this deck. Tell me about July for my group 2. Tell me about July for my group 2. For the Hierophant here. It's also about traditions like marriage, traditional institutions, conservative issues or conservative points of view as well. It can be about overcoming them or having issues with conservative perspectives as well. Give me, this one wants to come out. We have confronting inner demons. Ooh, that's a powerful card. Ooh, I feel that energy. And with this Hierophant here, it feels really intense, doesn't it? It does to me. It feels like a very intense energy with the Hierophant with this card. Tell me more about July. Tell me more. This and this. Not that. These two. Okay. Researching the mystical world and practicing daily spirituality. Okay. All right. So I feel like for some of you, you may be changing your religious paradigm. I'm feeling several different things. So you may be faced with questions about your religious paradigm. You may be changing your spiritual practice. You may be going deeper into your spiritual practice. There may be some issues in your life that you are getting realistic about, okay? Maybe some behaviors you're doing that are in some way blocking you from that thing you want, that success you want. It may be like siphoning money from you in some way. And it can be anything from like, I'm getting several, it's like money things, several different things. Like maybe there's subscriptions that you don't really watch. Maybe time to let those go. It may be like you buy bottled water, you get a filter, saves you money. It may be little things like that, that your money's kind of being siphoned. And just know that this is a very real thing that Spirit does sometimes. And it's not that you're going into a phase where, oh, I'm going to need all that money. It's more like I'm about to bring in abundance. Like abundance is about to flower. And it's time to kind of like seal up the ship, okay, so to speak. Get real with your money and where you are and where it goes. Because when you begin to get abundant, you don't want to have those leaks in your boat. You don't want to lose more and bleed out because you're not paying attention to the details. This kind of stuff is meant to help you deal with the details in your life. Which for many of us can be overwhelming. Okay, so it is a spiritual practice. Your guides, your ancestors, whatever you work with, they will do this. Okay, they will kind of make sure your ship is tip top. Okay, and you may also find I'm getting like you may get more into having like a daily, not ritual, but a daily practice or becoming more organized with your day, like a routine. And I got to tell you, they can be very helpful, to set up routines and have certain things that you do every day. Now, for some of us, it can be hard to get into that, okay? And perhaps your idea of what a routine is needs to kind of like relax, okay? Maybe your idea of a routine and someone else's will be different, and that's okay. What works for you may not work for someone else, and that's all right. We have to do what feels right for us, okay? And we have researching the mystical world, and I feel like your empathetic gifts, your spiritual gifts, some of you guys have channeling abilities and things like that. I feel like you're going to get more in touch with that. Okay, a lot of the bumps in the night kind of energy, a lot of the like spirit medium energy, a lot of those kind of things that might make you guys uncomfortable. I feel like that kind of energy is going to start coming in more clearly. Okay, I got this for group 1 and I'm getting it for you. So I don't know if this is just an overall theme of July, but I feel like Spirit or whatever you work with is getting on about food, about what you eat, what you put in your body, Okay, for you guys, what you put in your body, what you put on your body, and who you let touch your body. Okay, who you let talk to you, like an inventory of like spiritual, emotional, physical hygiene. You know, you guys might be cleaning out your closets. You guys might be doing some organizing in July, and in a lot of places it's super hot. So people say spring cleaning. I say summer cleaning. Clean when it's super hot and you can't go outside. You know, that's a good time. Spring, it's beautiful. Go outside. You know, so that's how I feel about it anyway. Let's get some more energy here about July. Tell me more about July for my group 2 for this Hierophant. I feel like for a lot of you, there's something here about love, about self-love. Self-love came through for group 1 too. A lot of the things that I just talked about have to do with self-love, learning to love yourself, learning to care for yourself, and learning to take care of yourself. And, you know, that can be hard, especially if you spent a lot of time taking care of other people, or you were never shown how to take care of yourself. And some of you guys were never shown how to take care of yourself. So it's hard. We have gossip, cloves. Oh, shit. You got them talking. Well, this Hierophant, of course I have them talking. Of course I do. Of course I do. So let's see. Let's get some from the naughty... from this naughty oracle deck. Tell me about the gossip here with the cloves. Tell me about the gossip. We want to know what the gossip is. There's some kind of talk going on. And I honestly feel like you're minding your own damn business in July. Like you're busy. It's almost like group 2, you're trying to get your shit together. Okay, for like a move, some kind of move in your life, whether it's a literal move or a move of spirit or a move in your career. But there's some kind of movement coming. And I feel like all of the advice or all the drive to kind of like make a routine or clean out your closets or get your food right or start feeling better through vitamins or go to the doctor or go to the dentist or whatever it is. That's part of it. And meantime, do we have mean girl energy? We have boogeyman bullshit. Release your fears. Tell me about this. Tell me about this. Okay. We have psycho spirit. Use your inner guidance. Okay. Tell me more. I want to know about the gossip energy. I want to know. This one. No drama llama. Find your inner peace. Okay. This may be someone you've had issues with before. I'm going to take the bottom one. We have Loony Luna sister, remove all your negative energy imprints. Okay, so this is someone who you've had some bullshit with before. Okay, so this is someone who you've had some bullshit with before. Tell me about this bullshit. We want to know. Okay, I feel like with the psycho spirit, I feel like you've got someone talking. Like if you have a different religious or spiritual point of view, I feel like they're talking about like you're wacko, like you're a wacko, you're one of those wackos, or you're one of those like psycho conspiracy theorists, or you know, they're just weird, they're witchy and weird, and they give me a off vibe and I don't like it. Okay. Meantime, they, you know, try to play like we're sisters, we're friends. They might be your sister or your sibling or a friend or a frenemy. Yeah, I feel like you've probably had to have confrontations with them. The answer is no. I feel like you've probably had to have confrontations with them, and there's been a lot of negativity. We have manipulation, manifest magic. I think they're very manipulative. Evil, cleanse, negative forces. We have another negative card here. Risky business warning, playing with fire. A change in energy. Shift, and we have spy. Someone is keeping tabs on you. Okay. So I feel this. I feel this energy. I feel like, you know, you've been clearing this energy out of your life, this negativity, and this person's just one of those things, okay? I feel like for some of you, you've like parted ways, or you had a fight and you haven't really talked much since then. I feel like, again, this clearing of negativity, clearing of just negative energy. Some of you guys need to do a clearing on your house. You need to do like a vibrational clearing. You can do that with like there's all kinds of music on YouTube. You can also do it with like incense and things. You can do it with sound, with a bell, with a gong, and walk through your house. Some people do it front to back. Some people do it back to front. You know, open up your windows if you can. I know electricity is expensive and it's very hot, so you can do as you can. But you know, okay. Sometimes we have to clear multiple times in a month. And group 2, you may need to clear once a week this month, okay? And if you can do a floor wash, that might be good. That might be good, okay? Do what you can, though. A lot of people can't do floor washes all the time. So do what you can. Tell me more about this. The Spy. King of Wands. With this 5 of Wands here. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me more about this. Oh, wow. The 10 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. Okay. Okay, it feels like this is somebody you're done with, you've moved on from. We have the Queen of Wands. And we have the 7 of Cups here. Okay. So, some of you guys, like, this is a relationship. This is an ex. Okay? And they're talking shit on you. They're definitely talking shit on you. Okay? For others, like, this is a person, and this King of Wands represents their, like, masculine energy, or their feminine energy with the Queen of Wands. Either way. Either flip the story, however it goes for you. Okay? Could be a Leo with this cat over here. Signs would be sunflowers, cats, bats. However this goes, you guys had a horrible fight. Okay, some kind of disagreement, some type of fight. Done with this person, their space here, you moved on, and they're still talking. They are watching you with very evil intentions. Okay, with not good intentions. All right. I feel like they're watching the Queen of Wands energy. They want to get like some kind of dirt on you to overwhelm you. Okay. To surprise you, to catch you by surprise. For some of you guys, this may have to do with kids. They're trying to get dirt on a divorce, or to get children in some kind of way, or to get dirt that endears them to someone, and that someone could be a King of Wands or a Queen of Wands. Okay. Either way this goes, I feel like there's very bad intentions, okay? And I feel like a lot of you guys know who this is. You know who this is. I feel like they're going to try to cause trouble, all right? Now, I'm also getting a work situation, so let me pull on this, because it feels like this could be a work situation for some of you guys. And I feel like this may be over an issue that is closed out. Like, literally the paperwork was closed out. Something was done. We've moved on. Wink, wink, right? No, we haven't. And this person is watching you. They're watching your social media, I'm hearing. For some of you, they're watching you to try to get shit on you to get you gone, to get you really gone, okay? So that's important for you to know, all right? Tell me more about the situation in July. That's a lot of cards to poop out, to plippy-ploppy out. We're going to take them, though. We have the Fool, okay? All right, so let's get it. We have the 8 of Swords here. We have the Fool. We have the 6 of Cups. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Wands, okay? So I feel like there's something about this situation that you guys may feel like you don't know how to go forward, you don't know how to get out of, like you don't know how to handle this, or there may be some situation here where you're like you're trying to change energy, you're trying to, it could be your job, like you may feel overwhelmed or restricted in some way, and you don't know how to get out of it. You don't know how to move forward. I feel like in January, probably towards the end of the month into August, July, August, is that right? June, July. Okay, yeah. I feel like there's some clarity, okay? There's some kind of information or a person or a situation that's going to come forward with this cup here, this healing cup, okay? And I feel like there's just a new journey. There's a new journey because of a cup. And that cup is full, okay? It's full of flowers, okay? It's beautiful. It's a beautiful cup. It's very healing. So I feel like you go from this energy, okay, to this energy, to this like healing, moving forward. Yes, it will require kind of a leap here into the unknown for some of you guys. But it's a new beginning and there's victory with it, okay? Now, the new beginning energy, it's a pentacle, okay? Pentacles are stable, they're solid, and they move slow as a rock, okay? But it is victorious, all right? And I feel like this is the energy that kind of comes in after all this stuff is cleared. Like this is where you're headed. They want you to know that no matter how you get bogged down in the bullshit of what goes on in July, because I feel like July is heavy for a lot of people. It's going to be a heavy month. Okay. Some people will have a fabulous month and it'll be fabulous and ponies and butterflies and shit. And others of us will be like, okay, we're doing heavy work. Okay. And I feel like a lot of that's going on for you in group one. They want you to know that it's a new beginning. It's a new journey. Success is certain. Okay. Healing is absolutely there, and victory. Okay. There's a lot of victory on this new path for you. All right. So, stay with it, okay? All right, group 2, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected the High Priestess. This is going to be your reading all about your July predictions. Just keep in mind, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? Okay, so this is a very mysterious card in this deck. She represents the Dark Goddess. She represents those mysterious things, witchcraft, hidden knowledge, silence, removing yourself from others, isolation. She also represents the mysterious things, the powerful things that you can't voice to another. You understand it on a deeper level, but you don't have the ability to express it, to make it clear for someone else to understand. All right, so that's what this card is about in this deck. And, you can feel the Dark Goddess energy in this deck. In this card. I love this deck. This is one of my favorite decks. And the cards are all so, so interesting. And there's a lot of power in the card that you selected. Okay, it's extremely powerful. So I want to get into the energy of July for you guys. I'm going to pull a few cards here. The other two groups were heavy. There's a lot of heavy energy, checking my mic. There's a lot of heavy energy being cleared. There's a lot of heavy issues going on for group 1 and group 2. So let's see what comes through for you. Tell me more about my group 1. Or group 3. You're not group 1. You may have been drawn to group 1 though. Okay, this card is peeking, so I'm going to take it. We have alchemizing confusion into clarity. Huh. That is an interesting card. Confusion into clarity. Okay. Tell me more. Tell me more. God, I felt like a card came out, but it didn't. That's so weird. Okay, tell me more. You may be having some very weird experiences, like some deja vu, weird-ass dreams. Like, I'm feeling an astral kind of energy here, an etheric energy in July. Things you cannot explain, but you know. These two, not that one, not that one, these two. There we go. Maybe that one. We'll let that peek out. We have generating dynamic confidence. And we have healing with Mother Nature. We're going to go ahead and take this one, though. We have invoking guides, gods, and guardians. Okay, we have this dark goddess vibe with this card. Ooh, I feel that. You guys may work with a dark goddess. You may have been thinking of working with a dark goddess. An underworld goddess, or perhaps, you've never worked in underworld energy, darker energy, left-hand path energy, that kind of thing, and you've been thinking about it. Perhaps you're new to witchcraft, or you are thinking about getting involved in witchcraft, and because I feel like there is either new guides around you, a new god form, goddess form, angel, or you're looking into some kind of new path, okay? And this is part of a deeper journey, a healing journey. The one thing the High Priestess is a healer. The High Priestess is many things. And a healer, heal thyself, is a call. Shadow work. Shadow work is all about healing yourself. Walking through your own personal hell is ultimately the path of a healer. A lot of people don't think about that, but ultimately it's the path of a healer. We have alchemizing confusion into clarity. So it feels like a lot of you guys have been in a really dark and heavy place, just like my group 1, 2, 3. Now, I'm getting the feeling that this has been ongoing stuff, whether you be 1, 2, 3, or all 3, okay? And it's almost like we're entering this phase in our collective cycle of purge. We're seeing the purge of the collective publicly now. A lot of you guys have been cleansing, purging, growing, ascending over and over for a while. Some of you guys, this is like your first deep purge, okay, after an ascension, after an awakening, okay, however it resonates for you. And this is your first really deep purge, okay? And that could be the confusion here. It also can be that this is just the topic being purged, the topic around, the situation around the topic being purged is confusing, okay? And the dark goddess is here to bring clarity to the confusion. Understand that her voice can be very insistent, okay? And I will connect with Lilith, okay, as the dark goddess here. But understand it can be another dark goddess, a dark feminine energy, all right? Lilith is a persistent goddess. She does not do the work for you. Many times she won't even give you a hand up, okay? She'll tell you how to walk up the stairs. She'll tell you how to get out of the grave, but she will not do it for you. And sometimes, well, many times the advice is harsh. It's rough, and it is truthful. She is a harsh mother at times. And I feel this with the High Priestess. Some people heal on clouds of marshmallow, and some people only heal at the very bottom of the coffin of their grave, okay? We are all different. And some of us require a more intense journey than others for reasons we may not understand, okay? One thing I do want you to understand, I feel Lilith's energy just really rising here, is that your journey is not supposed to be like what other people tell you it's supposed to be. It's not the yellow fucking brick road. It's cobblestones with huge boulders and trees falling over. And a house has been landed in the middle. And you can't get off the road, so what do? How do you get over the house? Bitch, that's part of the journey. You got to figure it out. You got to figure it out, okay? And some of you guys are stuck with a house on your path and you don't know how to get over it. You don't know how. You got the High Priestess here telling you how. And it's probably something you don't want to do. Right? It's probably something you don't want to do. And that's okay. That's all right. You don't have to want to do it right away. But eventually, you'll see. When the house lands in your path, on your rocky, bouldered, tornado ripped up pathway, and you see the house, your first result, your first indication, your first reaction is going to be, what the fuck? It's going to be confusing. There's a house. How did the house get here? What the fuck? Whose house is this? How I can't get off the road. So what am I supposed to do? We have Zephyr. Your romantic relationship should be at the forefront. Allow your heart to solve any problem that arise. Okay, you guys. Allow your heart to solve any problems that arise. There's his sigil. So what are you supposed to do? Follow your heart. I know, easier said than done. I heard you. Well, what did I say? It's not supposed to be easy, honey. It's supposed to be something that really heals you. You want easy, you got to go someplace else. You want something that's going to last, 5 days, go someplace else. You want to feel good in the moment, go someplace else. This is about real healing. This is about what really is going to heal you. You're going to have to follow your heart. And some of you guys are going to have to open it the fuck up in the first place, right? That's a tall order. I heard that. I get it. I get it. So you're closed off. You're so closed off. You're closed off to your own heart's desire to a degree, aren't you? Aren't you? That confusing heart. You don't even know what the fuck you want anymore. Some of you guys don't have any fucking idea what you want. You have no fucking idea. It's okay. Listen, it's just me. It's okay for you not to know what you want anymore. It's okay to be confused. Aren't all humans a little confused? Your confusion is turned up, okay? Because you've lost focus. You are just now waking up. Wake up, wake up. You're realizing you've lost yourself. You're becoming awake to the awareness that you have lost yourself. It's deep, honey. It's a deep awareness. It is very deep. And it is painful. It is fucking painful. Suck it up, princess. Accept your karma. Yeah, it sucks. It does. It suckity sucks. Because you realize that all the love and all the care and all the goodness and cookies and wonderfulness that you have soaked into other people, all the interest and compassion, all the laughter and joy you've given to other people, they've soaked it up. And in return, you've lost who the fuck you are. It's okay for you to be angry. You can be angry at yourself. You can be angry at the people who took from you and never gave back to you. It's okay to be angry here. This is a place to be angry. You can drop it below if you're pissed off. It's perfectly safe here. Because in order for you to figure out what you want, to listen to your heart, to be able to follow your heart's desire, you're going to have to get off some of these layers. And the layers involve dealing with your anger, dealing with your disappointment, dealing with your frustration, dealing with the fact that you did give with expectations and they were fallen short of. Maybe they were the simple expectations of a thank you, or just someone treating you like a fucking human being. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying what happened. It sucks. And I'm sorry. We have narcissistic nymph, take back your power. We have double-pronged, this, lighten up. And we have bitchy witchy, connect to Mother Earth. We have healing with Mother Nature and connecting to Mother Earth. Some of you guys have poured your energy into someone who is in your life right now who's a narcissist, okay? And if that's you, it's you, okay? And I think you did it because you love them. I don't think this was like, you know, being codependent. I think you love them. I think you got manipulated. And now you may be holding yourself to some kind of high standard of like, I need to stay with them, or they're my mother, or whatever. Listen, it's not okay for you to get taken advantage of. Okay? It's just not okay. Be it your mom, your dad, be it your partner. Yeah, I know commitment is important, but this is why I tell people you got to love yourself first, okay? Because the first commitment you make is to yourself, to not allow people to mistreat and abuse you. Because if you have children, they're going to watch that person mistreat and abuse you. And what happens? Patterns repeat, honey. That's right. That's why I tell people, always learn to love yourself first. Now, did Auntie Amy do that? No. And I made a lot of fucked up choices in my life. So my hope is that you guys don't do those things. I would like to see the next generation to be much more successful than me. I really do. And I think you can. I really do. I feel like you guys have a lot of positive energy. I feel like you guys can turn a lot of things around because you're a giver. I feel like a lot of you really enjoy giving. You enjoy, that's part of your healing energy. And you're very grounded to nature. I feel Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So I feel earth energy, earth element in your chart. You may not have it in your big three, but you have something pretty major in your chart, okay? Also water, Cancer, Pisces. I've been feeling Pisces everywhere. So that's crazy. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of the pushback, the karma of like overgiving. I think you've been dealing with it. And I think it's time that you let yourself off the hook. Okay? Let yourself off the hook. Like there's painful awarenesses coming forward. And I think in July, again, another prescription being written. And group 2 had this. You need to have some fun. And I know it's hot outside, and for some of you it's too hot. But for those of you that can get outside safely, get outside, go swimming, or snow skiing, depending on where you are in the world. Engage with nature. Plant something, pet something, feed something, play with your kids, stare at your goldfish. Engage with nature. Breathe. Breathe in and out. Take deep breaths and ground your energy. Okay, it's really important. It's here twice. Some of you guys are healers. You may be healers in the world. And I'm just going to tell you, if you work in any kind of healing field, and the healing field is vast, okay? It could be defined in many ways, okay? You seriously need to ground your energy and be open to allowing the planet, Gaia, to kind of like take some of that heavy energy from you, okay? People think, oh, but that's putting that on the planet. Gaia, our planet, is equipped to handle that. Like, that's part of the energy we give her. She takes that heavy energy and she transmutes it. And she gives it back as life energy. As like chi. As a life force. She'll give it back to you as healing energy. It will increase your ability to heal. You know, if you're a nurse, like, it would increase your ability to have healing touch. It will increase your ability to engage with your patients, those kind of things. Working directly with the planet and your environment, it will help those things. If you guys are going through this situation, a heavy situation, it will help you in that situation. It will help you heal up some of your emotions, some of the physical things that may happen. That's what grounding helps us do. It helps us give to the planet some of the density so we don't have to carry it. And allow yourself to have some joy. Stop waiting for vacation. Stop waiting for the perfect day. Give yourself permission to have some kind of joyful experience every day. You're going to find, group 3, that it really helps you start to know the desires of your heart. It starts to wake up something that has, for many of you, gone dormant or gone quiet. You'll begin to hear the rumblings like, oh, I really enjoy, listening to the birds in the park. I haven't enjoyed this in a long time. Or I want to go to the zoo. Or let's travel. I want to travel. That's a desire of my heart. That's something I want to do. That's beautiful because you're waking up. That's clarity. You begin to form a relationship with your desire, your want, your need. You're actually forming a deeper relationship with your psychic self, with your higher self, your ancestors, your God forms. They can all come through that heart-centered voice. Then you know with clarity where to go and how to get there. Nope. Said nope on that one. Okay, let's get some tarot. Some of you guys are a witch, or you're thinking about becoming a witch, and this is your validation. This bitchy witchy over here. That one wants to come out. We have strength. Leo energy. These two. Knight of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. This one, we have the Ace of Swords. There's that clarity. We have Temperance. Okay. For those of you who, I feel like some of you guys may be confused about work, okay? This may be a separate issue from the other issues. There's something about work here, or a need for confidence in something you do or need to put out in the world. It may be approaching someone. Needing to have confidence. I feel like you're going to have some kind of breakthrough, okay? You're going to have some success in this. All of this listening to the desires of your heart, hearing the desires of your heart, knowing how to move by listening to your heart, following your heart. I feel like it's coming with divine guidance. Like this whole process is a healing process for you. I feel like you guys will get new guides, okay, through this process. And for many of you, it's going to deepen your relationship with your guides. You're going to feel more confident in general in your life. It may affect your money because you'll know how to move with confidence because you're listening now. The voice is going to get stronger. The intuition is going to get stronger, and you're going to be validated, okay? There's a kind of unity within that you're going to feel. You may feel some unity consciousness or moments of like etheric bliss if you meditate. But I feel a spirit being poured out here for you. And I'm seeing it psychically, like I'm seeing your heart chakra open. And it's like a golden energy coming from a green heart. And it's so interesting. I'm seeing, okay, this is what I'm seeing. It's symbolic. There is like a crown above your heart chakra with a diamond on top, and it's very shiny. And there's like a horse, a white horse leaping out of your heart chakra. And it's growing like springtime. Like there's spring flowers and birds flying out, and there's like a unicorn and a rainbow coming out. It's very beautiful. And I feel like heart-centered manifestations are going to be very profound for you. I think this is going to increase your ability to manifest in the world. If you're a witch, I feel like this is going to show you a new pathway to manifestation. There may be a shifting of your paradigm in July, or a new method of manifestation or a method of working the craft. I feel your intuitive voice with a dark goddess may increase. Some of you guys may have like visionary visitation as well. You may have weird dreams. If you channel, you may have some very strange experiences. I encourage you to kind of like get into a meditative space and connect with this goddess or God form that you're channeling, and be open to the channeling experience. Whew. Okay, group 3, that's what I received for you. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.